Duo gigs are the easiest jazz gigs to book, but they require one skill most guitarists avoid, playing bass lines while comping chords. But here's the thing, you don't have to be Jocko or Ray Brown. You can play walking bass with this simple three-step method I use on 90% of my duo gigs, and you can learn it in just 10 minutes. After hundreds of duo gigs with vocalists and solos, this method I learned from bassist Tom Warrington has never let me down. Let me show you exactly how it works. So here's what we'll cover. Step 1, chromatic neighbors with block chords for a solid foundation. Step 2, we'll add approach notes with a swing feel to make the line flow. And then in step 3, we'll add chord tones and approach notes for melodic movement. And then I'll show you the exact practice routine to make this automatic. Let's start with step 1. I'm Dr. George with Jumpstart Jazz Guitar, making jazz simple so you can play more and think less. So step 1 is the chromatic neighbor pattern. Here's how it works. You're going to play a root on the beat 1, and then you're going to move down a fret on beat 2, back to the root on beats 3 and 4. That's it. Now let's add the chords. When I play the bass and chords together, I use shell voicings, just 3 notes, root, third, and seventh. Now this provides a solid foundation and makes it easier for them to move around, and it also stays out of the way of the soloist. Time is the most important thing, so before adding the bass, you'll want to be able to play a solid 4-beat swing rhythm. It's just 4 quarter notes with a slight accent on 2 and 4. Now let's combine that with the bass note. Root, neighbor, root, root. So that's step 1. You're already walking bass with a chord rhythm. This provides a nice solid foundation that makes it easy for the soloist to follow. Next, we can either add an approach note or another chord tone on beat 4, and then we're going to swing the chord rhythm. Here's what this sounds like. So we're using the same chromatic neighbor figure on beats 1 through 3, but on beat 4, we're either going to add an approach note or a chord tone. In this example, I'll approach from a half step below. So going from B flat to E flat 7, I'll play D on beat 4, and then when going back to the B flat 7, I'll put an A on beat 4. Now let's add the bass notes, but instead of playing them on each chord, we'll play them on the end of 1 and the end of 3. This makes the bass line clearer. The approach notes can be either diatonic or chromatic and from above or below. This is an example of how I make jazz simpler, but knowing the formula and applying it over real tunes are 2 different things. You need to know which patterns work, where, and without thinking. That's exactly what I teach my students in the Jumpstart Jazz Guitar program. You'll learn the complete system I use on gigs. No theory overload, just practical decision making. Sign up for a free trial lesson. There's a link in the description down below. Now in step 3, this is where you're going to add chord tones and approach notes on beats 2 and 3 instead of just repeating the root. This makes your bass line melodic, not just rhythmic. So this provides more of the chord sound and a smoother line. The notes on beats 2 and 3 can either be both chord tones or one chord tone and an approach note. You can even have 2 approach notes, but one will be chromatic. Now, as your lines become more complex, you'll find that you may have to change the fingerings on your chords and sometimes even find different voicings. All right, so let's play a blues so you can hear how this sounds in context. And that's the complete method. Now, let me show you how to practice this so it becomes automatic. Pick a tune you already know and work out the bass line first, without the chords. Start with step 1, the neighbor tone approach, and when you're comfortable with that, add the chords. Next, try step 2. You'll want to practice the rhythm on one chord first, and then back and forth between a couple of chords, and then try it on the tune. And then step 3. Now play each one of these steps correctly 5 times before moving on to the next one. And by the end of that session, you'll have played the tune 15 times. The method will be in your fingers and you'll remember it. So that's the complete 3-step method. Chromatic neighbors with block chords, approach notes with swing feel, and chord tones for melodic movement. You can mix and match these over any tune. Now here's what happens next for most players. They practice it at home and then freeze on the bandstand because they don't have the reps. You need muscle memory so that this becomes automatic under pressure. In the Jumpstart Jazz Guitar program, I walk you through the exact practice system I use. Structured exercises using real tunes so you're gig ready, not just bedroom ready. Sign up for a free trial lesson. The link is in the description and pinned comment. I'll see you inside.